I think the conversation around oil and gas has become so polarized because there's a couple of different things. That fear is a very powerful tool to use, and it's being leveraged now to talk about the environment. So I always find this ironic, maybe because I grew up in a farming town and close to nature my whole life, that people are saying how they don't want this or they don't want this, but yet they live in a metropolitan area where they, again, live in high rises. They travel by car, or they're traveling by bus, or they're traveling by airplane to get to these locations for their careers. And I just think that there is a lack of self-awareness and inner reflection that's happening of what you do day to day. And I think from myself with this film, I started to really look at, when I order Uber Eats with my girlfriend, she's my roommate, we have plastics in the house almost every day. We have disposable waste constantly. And then you're also using styrofoam, you're using all these things that hurt the environment. So I'm starting to realize, what I do and how I'm doing it now is really reflective of what I value. And it's starting to bother me a lot more. So that's great, those are really good things. But what I don't like is when you're pointing to another person and saying, you should be doing this and you should be doing this. However, I change zero habits about my day-to-day life. And that's the polarization of the argument, is that it's much easier to just say, we're not gonna fix it, and we're gonna demand an industry to fix it for us that has nothing to do with our CO2 emissions in terms of our consumption, which is a huge part of what CO2 emissions are, is consumerism.